And it's interesting when you put a piece like this together, because there are all sorts of elements you have to think about. How are you going to position the instruments? I mean, where are you going to place the instruments so that you can get from A to B in the time that's set and things like that? So what I normally do is look through the score and draw a little plan. This is an initial plan of how I see the piece evolve, and it is something that you can't really copy from one player to another. You've got to sort of feel your own journey with that piece and how you want to move between the stations of instruments. So what's the mood of the piece, or how much time do you actually have to get from that position to the next position? So this is just a guide, and then once I actually rehearse with the orchestra, and bear in mind that there are so few rehearsals. So in this case we have 2 days to rehearse, but that's not full days. That might just be an hour within perhaps a 3-hour rehearsal. And then on the actual concert day, it's a very late dress rehearsal. It'll just be quick run through, that's it, and then we perform. So it's a lot to take in, a lot to digest. So something like the setup may in fact change. You know, I may have to put the marimba over there or the drums over there or something, or I might find that, oh, actually I may have misjudged the time I have to get to another section of instruments, so things have to be positioned much closer. Some passages you can play almost immediately. It might be that the tempo of the piece is such where you can handle that pretty well. Other passages, such as the marimba section in this, it's a very fast section, and there's lots of runs where suddenly you've got to go down to the bottom of the marimba again, or there's all sorts of things going on there. It's quite pianistic actually in its style. And I start off really, really slow, so I set the metronome on to a tempo that I can sort of handle each note, get a sense of the phrasing, the direction and so on of this particular passage. And then bit by bit, and this can take days and days and days, you just repeat, 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 and then I'll put the metronome up a little faster and so on. So at the end of the day, I might have gone from something like a crotchet equals 56 to maybe a crotchet equals 64, you know, so that can take quite a while. And this is something that I'd constantly work on, so I just make a little note as regards to the progress there. The other important thing that I think about is what kind of sticks and mallets I might pack in a case for a piece of music that has never been played before. I basically take lots of options as regards to hard sticks, really hard sticks, soft sticks, really soft sticks, different types of colours that I think the composer might be interested in, things that perhaps the composer maybe hasn't thought about but would like to experience or just, you know, hear that and see what he may feel. So it's a real collaborative effort, but a lot has to happen in a very short time once I'm out there. Well, fortunately, I've had really super experiences in Turkey, and I have to say that it's actually one of my favourite places to play. The orchestra is so organised. They do a lot of new music, a lot of contemporary music. They're used to different kinds of setups. They have a fantastic percussion section there, incredibly helpful, and I've always found that my experiences have been really positive. And so I'm hoping that with this new piece of music, with, you know, instruments that I haven't really come across before, that, you know, we may be able to collaborate together and share ideas. And, you know, you're almost like a sponge when you go somewhere. The logistics of what you have to do, the importance of the stage crew, the people who beaver away, work so hard behind the scenes, you know, they're equally important as regards to what happens on the stage. So as a percussion player, you're very much dependent on a lot of people and really good teamwork.